Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here another night. As you come in, hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then also hit the bell so you'll get notified every time we go live. Welcome. Happy Monday. A few things to get into. A few things. I'm really super tired, y'all, but we're here. We're here. This is our second live today, so doing good. Come on in, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, when you hit the like button, it keeps us in the algorithm, and it also is a FREE way, a free way to support the channel. So go ahead and hit the like button. Hey, Harlem. Hi, Harlem. Harlem, this world is so crazy right now. Like it, people have lost it, and we're gonna talk about it. So come on in, you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, all those good things. Come on in, come on in. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments. So much. So much you can barely keep up. It's just one thing after another, one thing after another. We're going to talk about a few things. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to give people just a few minutes to get in here. I'm going to grab my water and we'll be ready to go live. Well, we'll be ready to get into our content. How about that? We're already live. Yeah, it's crazy. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe and all those good things. All right, once I grab my water, we just gonna jump in because we won't be here long. We came on a little late. I don't know. It depends on the conversation we're having, right? How long we're gonna go. But yeah. Hey, right. It is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things. So I'd be interested in knowing what you think about all this stuff. A lot of the stuff you're probably saying, I ain't following that stuff. But we're going to talk about it and you can let us know what you think. Um, so come on in, y'all. Yeah, I'm just grabbing the water, which I'm gonna get it now. I was trying to get people in. Whoops. Okay. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the like. It keeps us in the algorithm, a free way to support the channel, all that good stuff. 30 seconds, we're going to get started. We'll be ready to rock and roll here. We're going to talk about Rihanna's Stalker. That's what I think it is. We're going to talk about Tim Busfield. We're going to talk about this whole rich millionaire family, and everybody went to jail for falsifying medicine. We're going to talk about Ray J. We're going to talk about Donald Trump. We're going to talk about it all. So we'll be here for just a little bit. You guys, again, don't forget to hit the like. Share this out. Share this out. Also tonight, I am going to drop the link. The link is going to be in the chat. We haven't done that in a little while. And it's just if you want to join in on the conversation on the stage. Otherwise, if you don't, that's fine. But we have dropped the link in the chat because we're going to have this conversation. We're going to have this conversation. 1 second, y'all. Be right back. Get my charger too. Corporate luxury. Hey, welcome back tonight. Glad you had a few minutes to join us tonight. We appreciate you being here. Welcome. All right. All right, y'all. I'm back. I just had to plug up my laptop so that it wouldn't die on us. Don't be interrupting our live. How's everybody tonight? Where are you guys tuning in from? How has your Monday been? My Monday's been a beautiful, beautiful weather. I'm just blessed. Even though we go through things in life, we're still blessed, y'all. Still blessed. So that's us over here. All right. All right. We're all charged. Let's go. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who saw. Yeah, corporate. Ain't that just crazy? And it's just we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So let's start out with this one first. Because I think this is crazy too. And me and Harlan was just saying, this world is crazy. It's just crazy. It's crazy to have to live in such a horrible space where people are making horrible decisions, whether they have not gotten their mental health treated, whether whatever it is, we're just living in horrible times. So I wanted to share this with you guys if you haven't already saw it. Um, I was running through the house, y'all. I'm out of breath trying to hurry and get back to y'all. But anyway, it says a Houston influencer, Brandon Sims, and his whole entire family have been sentenced to prison after pleading guilty to operating a $12 million Medicaid fraud scheme. Sorry. Fraud, y'all. The whole family was in on it, and they done all got prison sentences. Let's see what the details are. A federal judge sentenced the whole family involved in a $12.7 million Medicaid fraud scheme that paid more than $1 million in kickbacks to drug addicted patients to get them to attend substance abuse treatment and drug testing services. Oh my gosh. Investigators say the group operated Life Touch LLC, a substance abuse facility in Kinston and Goldsboro, North Carolina, along with First Choice Healthcare Services, a drug testing company. Between 2018 and 2023, patients were given gift cards and other incentives to show up for services that were then fraudulently billed to Medicaid, generating more than $12.7 million in false claims. Those sentenced include Kiki Kamiko Johnson, 6 years in federal prison, in order to repay more than $15.2 million to Medicaid and $331,851 to the IRS. Francine Sims Super, 6 years in federal prison in order to repay more than $15.2 million to Medicaid and 3,073 dollars to the IRS. Kim Mabel Sims, 2 years in federal prison in order to repay over $1.8 million to Medicaid and $207,383 to the IRS. Brandon Eugene Sims, 2.5 years in federal prison for failing to file taxes on millions in legal proceeds and must pay nearly $1.9 million to the IRS. Now, during the investigation, federal agents seized more than $6 million in cash, luxury vehicles, and real estate, including $1.3 million in cash, a Rolls Royce, Cullinan, a Corvette, and a Chevrolet Silverado. Authorities say the fraud operation also lied during audits and falsified records to hide the illegal kickback scheme. So they just like, listen, we all gonna eat and we gonna do it on everybody else's time. So what in the world? What in the world was they thinking? So they lured people in, gave them a gift card, and just because they came in, so what it was, they give them this gift card. So if I give you this, you come in to see us, we'll give you a good gift card for coming to see us, knowing they're gonna make millions because they're gonna bill Medicaid. And what I was thinking is, like you always say, right? Who went first? Who went down first and gave the whole family up? Or was it this sting operation where they were being investigated and they all went at once? Because I'm wondering why the other two got 6 years, two of them got 2 years, and then one of them got 2.5 years. Oh my goodness. So Rice says, eat vehicles ain't living. Luxury vehicles and living ain't eating. Harlem said, everybody trying to find a hustle. They are. I mean, listen, we go to the grocery store now and $200, $300 ain't gonna get you nothing. Just with meat alone. Just with the meat alone ain't gonna get you nothing. So the economy is down. Ain't nobody making no money on their real job. So they trying to find something that's gonna bring them millions. But what I would say to that, I ain't mad at that. I'm saying find something legally to do. Something legal that the whole family can get involved in to do. Now everybody going to prison. Now everybody going to be back at square one, broke. Right? Let's find some legal stuff to do that's going to bring in them millions. I don't know. They brown, right? What's the white collar crime? 50 million? Yeah. Wrong is wrong though. But yeah, that's right. I mean, I get it, but I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do nothing that's going to put me in jail. I want to be able to enjoy the money when I get it. And I want my family to enjoy it. So, I don't know. But anyway, that was what? 5 of them out of the same family went to jail on this Medicaid scheme. $12 million. $12 million they was eating. So we was just talking about how crazy this world is here. That's only one scenario. That's only one scenario of a million. It's sad for any of their. Yeah, that's the sad part. That's why I say I agree, Harlem. It's sad for any of their children that if they have children, in the fact that that's why I say, I mean, yeah, get you a hustle, get you a couple of jobs, go DoorDash, I don't know, make an ebook about something. I don't know. Anything that's legal, I ain't mad at the hustle. But I ain't even mad at their hustle. I just don't want to go to jail. I mean, they found something that worked for them for a little while, but ultimately, you can go to jail for that. That's the crazy part. You can go to jail. Excuse me. So, anyway, moving on. I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys as we get into the crazies. What's next? Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. All right, let's move on. So, let me see what I have next in the lineup. I do want to talk about Rihanna's stalker, obsessive fan, whatever she is. So let me get over here. That's not it. Let's just go over here. So Harlem sent that to me. I'm looking for it, y'all. Give me just a second. Where is it? Give me just a second. I'm trying to find it. All right. So, nope, that ain't it. All right, I can't find it on that one, so I'm just gonna Google it and pull it up. I wanted to talk about Crazy House because that's where I think she is. I think she's crazy. I think that she's obsessed with celebrities, and I really want to find it. So let me see. Excuse me. I really usually don't take this long, y'all, but I'm really want to. Okay, we can just find one. All right, so I found one. We'll listen to it. TMZ just said the lady was on previously 5150. I sent you IG. Oh, it's on IG. I can't pull it from IG. That's what I was looking for. I was in the email. Me too, right? I'm too picky of eater to go to jail. I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of rats. I'm scared of other people. I'm scared of everything. I don't want to be around, wake up to no mice on me. I don't eat everybody's food. I don't. So I would be what do you call it when you real skinny and won't eat? So I ain't eating. If I can't get no money on my books, I ain't doing it. And I won't sleep because I don't sleep around all them people. So it wouldn't work for me. And it's cold in jail and I stay cold and I don't like it. And the bed is hard. And the toilet is you gotta use the toilet in front of people. No, ain't doing it. I don't want to do it. So let me share my screen. Share. So I was gonna tell, okay, here it is. Come on. California. There we go.
A shooting at her home in LA.
Now, she's okay, but the suspect in custody is identified as Ivana Lisette Ortiz of Orlando. West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox with the latest on what we know about her.
Did I not share it? Yeah, there it is.
There was no answer at the door at this duplex, listed as one of the last known Orlando addresses for 35-year-old Ivana Lisette Ortiz. A neighbor told us she moved out last year. California authorities are now charging Ortiz with firing multiple shots from an assault-style rifle into the Beverly Hills mansion of singer and actress Rihanna. The entertainer was home, but not injured in the shooting Sunday afternoon. While few details about what prompted the attack are known, court records in Orlando reveal Ortiz was upset last October with the scheduled concert by singer Billie Eilish. It was scheduled at the Kia Center in downtown Orlando. Ortiz filed an emergency petition with the court against promoter Live Nation, Billie Eilish herself, and the city of Orlando, citing the absence of a loudspeaker noise waiver and failure to provide public notice to nearby residents. The judge dismissed the petition. Ortiz has had a number of other local court cases, though none are felonies. In Orange County in 2018, she was arrested on drug charges, but the state decided not to prosecute. From 2008 to 2024, she's had a handful of civil traffic cases, and in 2024, she filed a domestic violence petition against her former husband, the father of their daughter. A temporary injunction was granted.
I'm gonna stop it for just a second. This woman is from Florida. Did she actually travel? Now I'm wondering, did she actually travel? Did she actually travel to California to do this? This girl had posted videos talking about Rihanna and others, so they got her off the street. Good thing. That was my main thing, because they said Rihanna was freaking out. Of course, our kids live there, but this woman is from Florida. So I'm wondering, did you get in there, rent a Tesla, and drive yourself over to Rihanna's house? She said something about her having aid. Oh, and having a 5-finger head. Yes. So I was looking at that. I was hoping to find that. I think that the one Harlem sent me had them all. I wanted to show. We can finish looking at this. But this girl she's lost her mind. She's like, when the way she talks as though she's friends with Rihanna, or not friends with him, but that they have some kind of back and forth conversation about Rihanna. Some kind of back and forth conversation with Cardi B. Like she canceled Kim Kardashian, and now we're finding out about Billie Eilish. Like, this girl is crazy. When you would see her in the video, she's kind of dressed like Cardi B with the blonde wig, and like she's I think she's mentally insane. And now I'm just now learning with you guys. I don't know if y'all knew, she has a child. She has a daughter. And so yes, the good thing about it is that they got her off the street. That they said that after when the 911 called, they got there in 3 minutes, and then they went and put out the information and found her within 9 minutes of everything happening. And so she when they got her, she pulled over in the parking lot of either a mall or a grocery store or something, and that's when they arrested her. My other question is, and we'll have to find out, did she have the pow with her in the car with her that she was allegedly using? And then my other question would be, so right now they have her on attempted M word. Will that stick? She did use the pow like at least 10 rounds. There were more, right? And so, like, is that attempted with a deadly weapon, or will it be lowered down to something else? Health insurance is expensive. She, along with others, can't get mental health services they need. And that's the sad part. That's the very sad part. And so since that's the case, this is going to continue to happen. I was looking at Armand Wiggins, and he was saying that, he had a stalker, and he took him to court, and he basically told the judge, like, listen, when you're a public figure or you're in the public eye and these people say they gonna do something to you, you better believe them. And so you have to do anything by any means necessary to protect yourself. And so he said he had to protect himself from his stalker, whoever that might be. We know who he's talking about, but and he won that case, but man, you just don't know. But I mean, I'm glad that they found a suspect so that the other people can relax. So Rihanna knows that the person was captured that did that to her home. But yeah, if you look at all of the videos, they have mental health issues written all over them. And she goes at, these high profile celebrity people. It's a shame. It's a shame. So let me read what it said real quick. Or let me finish. We can finish watching this real quick.
Granted. In the domestic violence case, Ortiz revealed in July 2014, things took a toll on my mental health and well-being. 2 other arrests for Ortiz.
Right there. She has mental health issues right there.
Are noted in 2023, one for domestic violence and 3 months later for violation of a domestic violence injunction. Ortiz has been locked in a nearly 2.5-year battle over a traffic citation. And take a look, that is the red light camera that's at Holden and South Orange Blossom Trail.
And think about it, she's so cute. She's a cute girl, and I hate that mental health issues and medical insurance and stops you from getting your mental health well checked, right? That you can't get your mental health under control because you can't afford the insurance to do it. So sad. No, I ain't gonna say that.
She received the ticket, and she felt so passionate about the fact that she shouldn't be held liable, she wrote a handwritten letter to a judge. Ortiz wrote, the traffic infraction detector was out of compliance with the state of Florida. She's still appealing that case, while now facing new, more serious charges. For West 2 Investigates, I'm Greg Fox.
Ortiz also attended classes at UCF, and she is listed with the Florida Department of Health as a licensed speech-language pathologist with no complaints and no discipline history in her file.
Oh, that's sad. So while she was obsessed with these high-profile celebrities, she still had something going on for herself and her child, right? And she seems to be like pretty brilliant. I just feel like this is stalkerish, and I also feel like it's a mental health breakdown for her. Now she didn't have any really serious charges before this, but now she got felony attempted M word in California. So if her daughter's back in Florida, her family's back in Florida, she way in jail in California on a 10 million. It was like $10,323 bond. How they came up with that number, I don't know. Just say $10 million. That means you ain't getting out. That means you are not getting out. So at the end of the day, I think that what I would say, and don't forget, y'all, the link is in the chat. If you want to come on up on the stage and talk with us, you can just click on the link. But what I would say is that I feel bad for her because she's mentally. I can't say she is. She's allegedly mentally ill. Just my opinion from looking at her videos that she was making. Harlem, if you want to send those to my email, I will play them for other people. I'm sure everybody's seen them by now, but I did want to play them, but I can't pull from my Instagram right now. I got to log in and I have it written down somewhere. I don't know. I'm glad that Rihanna is safe. It is a scary thing. I didn't understand right about her. She was like her 3 fingers, something with her 3 fingers on both of her hands. And it almost sounded like witchcraft to me. I just didn't get what she was talking about. It's just so scary. Also, I mean, could it also be like rugs? She got a hold of something bad. I just don't know. I don't know. But what she has done at this point is ruined her life. She has ruined her life by doing this. So anyway, that's Miss Ivana Ortiz out of Florida, who somehow ended up in California at Rihanna's home and got busted. All right, so let's move on to the next. I don't really know what my friend here is doing and what is he doing, Ray J? All right. What is this about, Harlem? What is this about, right? What is this about, chat? Please, somebody tell me what's going on with Ray. Okay. Before we do this, let me see what he said, what Wright said. Attempted M or reckless endangerment. I mean, she's at a compound. You aren't hitting anything unless they are out front. You see them. So that's what I thought, but they said one of the bullets did stick into the home. So it got caught. It didn't go all the way through the home, but it got stuck. And my other question, I don't know if you heard me, would be that they gave her the attempted M word, right? Would that be like, would that stick? Would that stick, or would it be a lesser charge? But yes, the one of the out of the at least 10 rounds, there could be more. One of them got stuck in the home. And she's also done for if they found the pow in the car with her. I would say that. I would say that she's done if that's the case. Because that's the evidence right there, right? All they got to do is match the bullets that ended up there. And then Wright said the lawyer will, do a few years. The lawyer will try to plea it down. Yeah. And then she'll do a few years. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's sad. And here's the other sad part about it. When we talk about mental health help, even in prison, instead of like when people go to prison and know that they have a mental health problem, you ain't getting no mental health help in prison. They just throw you in there, throw away the key. When it's time for you to get out, they might find the key and let you out or whatever, but they're not really giving you any mental health help. And so you're just sitting there suffering. It's so sad, make you want to cry. I hate it. I hate it because people are doing things that they would have never fathomed. So before we move on, I did want to. Okay, let's move on. I mean, if we don't have nothing else on her, I want to move on to this really quick because I want to get you guys' opinion on this. What do you guys think about it? Let me pull it up first, and then we'll talk about it. I see, especially chat, what y'all are thinking about it. I can tell y'all what my opinion is, but y'all tell me what y'all think. Hold on. Let me share this. Oh, so this also is sad to me, but y'all might be like, Marvin, you faces, you got a soft heart. I can't help it. I can't help it. I think it's sad. Hey, Bad Bunny. Let me just take a moment to say hello to everybody. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share this out, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Tell your friends about our channel and come and talk with us every Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and in between as well. But also hit the bell so that you'll be notified when we do go live. Bad Bunny's in the building. Hey, Bad Bunny. Some people are beyond help. And I get that, right? So let me ask you this before we move on. Do you think that they're beyond help because they've never got treated for whatever the mental health issue is? Or do you think that they don't want the help? They're going to continue, no matter how much help you give them, they're still going to have those characteristics about them anyway, so it doesn't matter whether they get help or not. Like, what are you really saying when you say some people are beyond help? Because at the end of the day, at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, if people don't want the help that's being offered, it's not going to work anyway. We can want it for people all day long, but if the people don't want it, it's not going to help anyway, right? So I'll wait for you to pull in the chat while I'm waiting for you to respond, or anybody for that matter to respond. When you say some people are beyond help, is because they okay, here we go. We got a response here. Yeah, he said to Bad Bunny, yes, but they could send her way to an institution with structure, then free for all. Than a free for all. Yeah, that's true. My money is on ain't enough help in the world for that one. On this one right here for her, man, it's like she spirals out, like right, like she really believes that she has some kind of connection to these people. And I told Rihanna and I told Cardi B, like, you ain't even talk to them people. They don't even know you. But yet you told her. And she said they had found a video from previous where she said that she saw Rihanna being unalived or passing away in the future. Like she saw that, right? So did she plan, like, was she planning to go there to do that to her? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Let me see. He said she may be talked. She may be talked to whoever is managing their social media. True. But like you thinking like text messages, DMs and stuff. Because that is possible that somebody responded to her. And because of her imagination, they're now friends, or they now have a beef with each other. Like, I'm beefing with Cardi now. I'm beefing with Rihanna. I done canceled Kim Kardashian. I don't know. But that's right. I didn't think about that, right? Somebody could have responded to her in the DMs and take it, and she took it for it being that actual person. So we can continue that conversation as well, but I wanted to know what you guys thought about this. So the father gets convicted, and I think this is the second parent that has been convicted for their teenager using a pow pow and spraying the whole school up, right? Um, my money. Okay, let me. I'm gonna get back over here. Just making sure I had the right. Right, you guys. Do we think? What is you guys' humbled opinion about this? I'm gonna read it, and then you guys tell me what you think, because I always feel sorry for the parent, but in this situation and the previous one, the parent went out and bought their child the pow pow the very pow pow that they used to spray up this whole school, right? So this is the second parent convicted. Yes, that's correct. So let me read it, and y'all tell me, like, are we going in the right direction with this? Finding the parents guilty and putting them away for life, like, are we fine? And then his son in this one, his son is in jail waiting for his fate as well. So guilty verdict for U.S. father of teenage school shooter. The father of a teenage boy accused of killing 4 people in a shooting rampage at a high school in the U.S. state of Georgia has been found guilty of M-word, child cruelty, and other charges. Why child cruelty? For buying him the pow, I guess. Colin Gray, 55, oh, he's so young, pleaded not guilty to all 29 charges against him stemming from the 2024 attack that left 2 teachers and 2 students unalived in Winder, Georgia. His prosecution marks the 3rd time. Oh, that's the 3rd time. I only know of 2, but his prosecution marks the 3rd time that a U.S. parent has been held criminally responsible for a mass pow-powing carried out by their child, according to CBS News, the BBC's U.S. partner. Prosecutors argued Gary was the one person who could have prevented the pow-powing by his 14-year-old son because he knew he was a bomb just waiting to go off. So if you knew that, Dad, why would you go buy him a pow-pow? The attack at Appalachian High School outside the city of Atlanta claimed the lives of Christian Anguolo, 14, Mason Schermerhorn, 14, Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina Ermy, 53. His son, Cole Gray, is currently awaiting trial for his pow-powing. During the trial, the jury heard how Colin Gray had bought his son an AR-style rifle, pow-pow, for Christmas the year before the attack. So that was, he bought it a year ago. Even though the boy had been questioned by police just 7 months earlier about online threats to commit. Oh my gosh! Prosecutors argued he ignored numerous warnings, but didn't the school ignore it as well? Should the principal be liable for that? Anyway, prosecutors argued he ignored numerous warning signs, including a notebook detailing how his son planned to unalive students and teachers. OMG. After seeing sign after sign of his son's deteriorating mental state, his violence, his school pow-pow obsession, the defendant had sufficient warning that his son was a bomb just waiting to go off. But like, does the school get to be held accountable? If they knew it, if they saw the postings, if they knew about this, or did they not know? After seeing son, okay. And instead of disarming him, he gave him the detonator. His lawyers attempted to shift blame to his son. This is the person who went into the high school and pow-powed and unalived 4 people he didn't even know and injured scores of others. His lawyer, Jimmy Berry, told jurors, referring to the boy. This is the person who needs to be punished. He made a conscious decision to do this. Yes, he did. A secretive decision. So anyway, I'm not going to read it all. I got what I needed out of there. Unless y'all want to read it. I give him a big hug. Parents reunite with kids after. Oh.
My son actually called me while it was going on inside the classroom. Like, I was inside the store and I heard him hollering and screaming and crying. I hear all the commotion in the background. I just dropped everything and sprinted to the car.
He texted me. He said, "Mom," he was like, they're shooting. And I'm like, "Son," because he jokes a lot. I'm saying, "Son, please tell me you're joking." He said, "No, mom, I'm not joking." He said, they shooting in the school, and the shooter is right across the hall from me. And I said, Hakeem, I said, pray. And so immediately I left out the door and was on my way down here.
It was really scary, especially they didn't have their phones, and so you couldn't contact them. So not knowing is really bad. They just told them to leave, so their phones were in their backpacks, like on the side of when they were in the classrooms, and so they just left everything. Told them to put their hands up to walk out.
When I saw my son, I gave him a big hug because that could have been my son that could have lost his life today.
You hear about it, but you never expect it to happen to you.
It almost seemed like a movie. It doesn't even seem real. It really don't seem real. I'm just still lost for words right now.
It's so sad. So again, I ask, should the parents be responsible for their children's actions? And I will say this, I'm not sure about that parent, but majority of parents, they teach their children the right way. They put good morals and values in them. And when they reach a certain age, they know right from wrong, right? So he knew that it was wrong to do that, to go into the school and do that. But he was, like they said, obsessed with wanting to do that. Should the parent be responsible for that and get a guilty and have to go through a whole trial and be convicted of something that their child went to school and done, that dad, I'm sure that morning did not think that when he woke up that that's what his son was going to go to school and do? Should the parent be responsible? Like, is it the parent's responsibility at this point? And obviously the justice system thinks so, because now we're finding 3. I thought it was 2, but we're finding that there is 3 parents in 3 different scenarios that have been convicted of their child going and powing up the whole place, hurting people, unaliving people. What are you guys' thoughts? No, setting a bad precedence. The school isn't at fault. Okay. The officers' lackluster response aren't responsible. So are the parents responsible though, right? Like, was it fair for these 3 parents in the 3 different scenarios to have to go to prison along with their child? I question that. I question it. I question it in that, what is Harlem saying? Yes, parents should be held at fault. There was a kindergarten. The parent left a gun in child's bag. Why was it there? Now, see, okay, let me ask you this. Let me finish reading it. Yes, parents should be held at fault. There was a kindergarten. The parent left a pow in child's bag. Why was it there? Kindergarten is 5 or 6 years old. I don't have nothing to say about that, but except for I agree. Because why are you using your child's bag and then forget it's there? Come on, that's a bit much. Now, in that scenario, yeah, you got to be reliable. You have to be accountable for that, and you got to face the music. I think my question is, what if they're 12, 14, got a hold of the pow somehow? Well, again, the pows are supposed to be in a locked case in the home, is what I think. I don't know. I know my husband's are locked, but we don't have small children, but we do have a 17-year-old, but it's locked. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the parents should be accountable for it. So this family here, he just went to court. His name is let me get back over here. This one was in Georgia. I think a couple of them happened in Georgia, but he literally like Friday got found guilty. His name is, oh, look at him, Colin Gray, and his son. I forget his son's name, but I saw him behind the bars when he was only 14, and I saw him in jail as well, waiting. And they said he was waiting for trial. But yeah, let me see what Bad Bunny says. Bad Bunny says, the dad had been previously warned about his son In this case, I would say yes, send him to jail. So Colt, thank you, right? Colt was his name. Okay, y'all are helping me see. I do. I don't know. I guess I just feel sorry for parents. But when you're being reckless, like if you tell me that my son has this diary of wanting to do this, writing it out how he's going to do it, I'm not going to let that fly. It's about to be on. We fixing to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to do everything in my might to keep Pow Pows away from him, watch him more. But I'm gonna tell you this also. I experienced where someone handed my child, my son, a gun, a Pow Pow, and he actually and went to protect his aunt, and had this Pow Pow. I had no idea, and he actually ended up Pow Powing her in the foot. But they were getting ready to jump on his auntie, and I'm at church, didn't even know. And I begged them, of course, to tell me where he got it. And of course, nobody was going to tell me that because it's snitching, where he got it. And he had to pay some consequences for that. He was only 16 at the time. And that I suffered, with grief behind that, because that's just not what I taught my son. But somebody put it in his hand at 16 to go over there and protect his aunt. And I mean, this person was, like it was 3 men, 2 men and a man. Well, she looked like a man, but it was a woman. She was a woman, and she kept running up on him. They got into it. I wasn't there. They was just telling me about the story, which he shouldn't have been over there anyway doing that. And somebody shouldn't have called him over there. Somebody shouldn't have put the Pow Pow in his hand. And so he had to pay it, but I had to pay for it too, in that I grieved for my child, and nobody would tell me who did it. Cause like, what could I have done anyway? But when I found out who did it, I was going over there. I was going to go find that person so that they don't give somebody else, put a Pow Pow in somebody else's hand. But yeah, that really happened to me. That's right. Crumbly family was earlier. And then this, right, said, okay, devil's advocate. Senior in high school, my parents had no idea what I was doing. I told them I was staying after school to practice, and I was hanging out with this girl. We broke up. Maybe they knew something was wrong, but was pretty sad. Still got honor roll and got good grades in college, right? But yet, what happens? What's the rest of the story? Did he get a Pow Pow and take her out? Let me see what Harlem said. I'm sorry, I missed Harlem's. But a kid gets in a fight at school, goes home, get the weapon, goes back to the school after the other kid, regardless of the age. I still think so. And help me, Harlem. You still think the parent is responsible because he had access to it, right? It was easy access to the Pow Pow, whether they knew he was going to get it or not. Is it because he had free access to that? I just had another situation where this little boy's friend, who was a little bit older than him, he had a Pow Pow and was on Facebook and had posted himself with this Pow Pow, right? So the other little boy that was younger than him went and found the Pow Pow under his father's pillow. And he posted a picture of it. And he's like, why would you do that? And it's like, because my friend did it. I think it was cool, right? So that was easy access. It should have been and had a lock safe right in the other room, right? So I get that. Yeah. So it's the easy access. The easy access. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I agree. I can agree with that we have to be more, as parents, more visual, more aware of what we're doing with our Pow Pows. Because while we're very safe, I've never touched one anyway in my life. I've seen them, I haven't touched them. I don't like them. But while parents are aware and safe and know the safety rules, and you try to tell your child the safety rules, you're not really being a safe parent if they have easy access to it. Yeah, I can see that. That's the end of the story. They had no idea what I was doing. I hear you. Okay. Right. So, but right. Exactly. But wouldn't you agree with what Harlem said? Even though they didn't know what you was doing, because I did things that my parents weren't aware of either. So while they were thinking they're teaching me the right things, I always stay on the right path, I still was making the decisions, right, to do what I wanted to do, and they didn't know till I was grown. I was like, you remember this? I did that. So yeah, your parents are not going to know what you're doing 24/7. But when it comes to these pow pows, and especially with the way that it's the pow pow violence is so high, it's so no, it feels like so normal now that any day that could happen, that we be more aware and more um safe, in that we are locking them up, or we're not even having them in the house, but you have to have something to protect your family. That's my husband's whole thing. We're not going to live in this house without one. Um but there's a way to do it, right? I guess I'm on the right track. Um, but when you have a weapon in the house, does the children really need to know that it's there? Especially at that age, right? Like, I don't know that my 17-year-old, because I don't know that she even knows that he has all those in here. I mean, we don't even talk about it. We talk about safety. She knows about safety, not to be around all those things, but I don't even know that she even knows they're in here. There was one here, younger, smaller boy getting bullied, fighting every day. The school knew about it. One day, someone gave him a knife during school. He fought back, and the bully. See, it's such a gray area, right? Because when that happened with my son, my brother was like, you know what? While we don't condone this at all, we've been taught to protect one another. And so when my sister couldn't get a hold of her sons, she called my son, and my son answered, because she was in fear of her life. And she lives with that today. Like, she shouldn't have called him at all. Don't be calling my son, right? But that's her nephew, just like her son. And when she finally got a hold of her son tried to reach my son to say, don't be going over there getting in that mess, right? And it was too late. It was too late. So to Harlem's point, it wasn't the parent that put the knife in the boy's hand, right? Somebody gave it to him, just like somebody gave my son that, but nobody wants to tell me who did it, who put it in his hands. And so now you have a bully that bullied this little boy all the time. And eventually he was going to learn to fight back anyway, right? And so now he's gone. Yes, know about it, respect it, because kids might think it's fake. That leads to accidents too. Yeah, I think you have to educate. I do think you have to educate the proper way and stick to that. But you have to practice what you preach. So in this situation with this man where he got found guilty, he knew obviously he had been made aware of what his son was up to, and he still went and bought him a pow pow for Christmas. And so that's all the wrong ingredients, right? And Bad Bunny says, now that there are consequences, other parents see that, and action should start to change a bit. And that's the hope. I think they use those three families, well, their very first family, as an example. Like, we're no longer going to take these kids, mom and dad send them to school, and their kids don't get to come home because other families' parents are not being safe. They're not being safe. They're not locking them up. They're giving them free reign to it. They know how to access where they are. You're telling them that they're in the house. Again, educate, but I'm like Bad Bunny said, like she says, now we can probably see that there's going to be people more awake. They're going to be woke. And in the fact that, let me make sure for sure that it ain't me making it accessible. And also, we got to also remember to check in on our kids. While our kids are walking around and they may seem like they're okay, find out, stay in their business. Like, I'm all in my child's business, especially after that. But I mean, he's grown now, but my 17-year-old, I'm in her business real bad, and I don't care if she don't like it. I want to know, are you okay? Are you dealing with anything? Is something bothering you that we need to talk about and need to maybe get fixed? Like, let me know. Let me know. Let's have those kind of conversations, because you never know what they're thinking. But was it malicious? A struggling kid just needs one hobby that they love, and it can turn them around. Exactly, which goes to talk to them. Like, what are you dealing with? Why are we just on idle time? Let's find something you like to do. Let's not just sit around and do nothing and our mind get to thinking things. Let's do something that you love to do, and let's do that thing, right? I agree with that. Totally agree. Good conversation. It's just crazy. And that I found that more and more parents are being arrested and found guilty, being charged and found guilty for their children's actions. I always tell my children, when you go out, you are me. You are a representation of your parents, your mama, because it's just me and my kids. Well, they have their daddy, but we wasn't together. It was just me and my kids all the time. So what I taught you, and you go out and I can't be with you 24/7, you are a representative of me. So don't embarrass me. Don't go out there acting like you don't know and you ain't been taught. It don't always work, though. It doesn't always work for every kid. Because obviously somebody put a gun in my child's hand and he literally used it. And his big brothers have told him, you don't play with guns or act like you're going to pull a gun on somebody and don't use it. But yet, I guess they've also told him, you don't tell everything you know. Because I promised, I begged, where'd you get it? Who gave it to you? Who gave it to you? Who gave it to you? His dad asking, who did this? Who gave it to you? I mean, I couldn't pry it out of him. He would not tell. He was that loyal. Anyway, he had to pay for it. And thank the Lord, it's been years and we have gotten past it, because I was like, how do I get past this? It was bad. All right. So that's that. I just wanted to see what the chat thought about, the parents being held accountable. Good conversation. Thank y'all for engaging in that conversation. Let's move on to the next craziness that's going on, the next crazy stuff. I know we're on here pretty late and it's only Monday, so we won't keep you too much longer, but I want to get through a couple more and see what you guys think. Again, you guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to hit the like button. It keeps us in the algorithm, a free way to support the channel, of course, as always. And know that you are appreciated for being here. Okay, so moving on. Welcome, everybody. If I haven't spoke to you specifically, I'm speaking to everybody. But let me know where you're chilling. Where you chilling at? Where you tuning in from? All right, the next story. This is, at one point, I was like, okay, I'm tired of you speaking about this. But this is something that she feels really compassionate about. This is something that affected her livelihood. And I'm talking about Monique, but it continues to be brought up. And she had a conversation on The View with Whoopi Goldberg being there. And, we've heard Monique's story several times about Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and what's the other guy's name? But they made amends. But she went on The View and she was telling the story. And then Whoopi Goldberg this is back to the entertainment business and how the entertainment business operates, and how Monique was not willing to give in to what the industry wanted her, the industry, the powers that be wanted her to do. When her job was done, she felt like her job was done. So Monique sends an open letter to Whoopi Goldberg, wondering if Whoopi still feels the same way about how Monique handled her issue with Lionsgate. And so Monique was part of her letter was like, I'll await your reply about whether you still feel you schooled me correctly. But I caution you, if you admit you were wrong, you know you'd be going against all the quote right people, unquote. So are you willing to do what's right for the little girls coming up behind us? Or is your position still F the little girls coming up behind us? I look forward to finding out. So let's listen.
My deal is with Lee Daniels, and I've done my job, and they all agreed. And this is what happens, in my humble opinion, when you don't go up to the hotel room. See, when I think about those women that said—
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
Because contractually,
Yes.
when you make a movie, regardless of who you sign the deal with,
Yes.
So wait a minute before Whoopi gets that out. Right. What is she talking about going up to the hotel room? What is she talking about? Like doing what you need supposed to do in order to get to the next levels? Like you gonna bow down to what you need to do, whether it's right or no, wrong, whether it was in the contract or not? Let's keep listening.
Your job is to go and promote said movie.
Yes.
No. But so when they wanted you to come, and we've had this conversation, and I said if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected.
And when we did have that conversation, and what I said to you, my sweet sister, I said, Whoopi, at what point do we stop saying the next time? Because what was expected.
Wait,
but I want to answer it though.
Yeah.
I want to answer when you said
You want to get
contractual.
paid for the publicity?
Please let me answer. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Because if I had done something wrong contractually, they would have sued me. The reason why no one could do anything to me contractually, because they found out I did nothing wrong contractually. So when they asked me to come overseas to promote the film, when I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family, I'm going to pass. Now, when I make the statement, this is what happens when you don't go to the room. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate, when you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me. And because I didn't allow the bullying to happen, this is now what I sit in.
Okay, we have to go.
Yeah. Shoot. Thanks for coming, Monique.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.
All right. So what do we think? What are we thinking about this? I want to pull the letters up because I do believe they were sent, right, Harlem? Yes, I think Harlem sent those letters to me. All right, here it is. So I'm going to pull up the letter that she wrote to her. I got it. I found it, Harlem. Why does there always need to be strings attached? Do business, promote it, and go home. That's the thing about it. But you know, we talked about this the other night, right? It's a thing. It's been happening. Let's look at the letter. I think they did her wrong. She was pretty much blacklisted. Oh, she was definitely blacklisted. She had it going on. And back then, like, Monique was funny to me. She killed Precious. She killed that role in Precious. She was on her way. And she got blackballed because she didn't want to, after she fulfilled her contract, She wanted to be with her family. She had been away from her family. And why not? And so they blackballed her. It's a real thing. Okay, let's read the letter. Is this it? Yeah. All right. Here's the letter. Make sure y'all can see it. It says, "Hello, Sister Whoopi. I'm encouraged to send you this open letter after recently seeing the video of our last conversation on your show. The tone of the comments today seems different from the energy 8 years ago, with many people now agreeing with my sentiment about not working for people or entities I don't owe anything to. I wonder, have your feelings changed since that time? I was also intrigued to learn that in 1993, there was an attempt to sue you regarding Theodore Rex because it was alleged that you had made a verbal commitment to the film. Your defense was that you never actually committed. You can imagine how confused I was when I discovered this, especially since when I explained that my only contractual obligation was to Lee Daniels. It didn't sway your opinion enough to stop you from saying you could have schooled me on doing what they expected from me. Even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with, to this day, he has not publicly corrected it. The reason I said we must look out for the little girls coming up behind us is because of a situation like Epstein Island and other powerful people avoiding accountability. People like Tyler Perry refused to take responsibility, while I had to take responsibility for refusing to sign up for an act of slavery against my will. The worst part is that another woman chastised me on a platform meant to empower women. Now, I don't know if your opinion of my actions was influenced by your former executive producer, Candy Carter's relationship with Oprah, or by your professional ties with Tyler Perry. But what is interesting is hearing you now speak about the importance of standing up for what's right. My question here is your stance truly about standing up against wrong, or is it about standing up with the right people? Oh. And it goes on to say,
I said, guys,
I will await.
my deal is with
I'll await your reply and whether you still feel you schooled me correctly. But I caution you, if you admit you were wrong, if you admit you were wrong, okay, we already heard that, but you'd be going against all the right people. So are you willing to do what's right for the little girls coming up behind us? Or is your position still F the little girls that come up behind us? I look forward to finding out because I was the little girl coming up behind you. Oh, wow. All right, y'all, let's talk about it in the chat. Bad Bunny already said, I think they did her wrong, and I'm going to agree with that. I think I've always agreed with her on this, but she had talked about it so much. But then I stand back and I say, look, that's her truth. That was her livelihood. She had children. And when she had roles to play, she played them to the core. When she was on the stage and she was doing stage comedy, she was funny. When we saw her work, she was working. But do we, in today's society right now, with people like coming out and not being afraid of the powers that be, for people that have done them or crossed lines or SA'd them or whatever the case may be, or for people that's like Monique that says, listen, when I signed my contract, I was obligated to Lee Daniels. I fulfilled that. Then I'm home with my family and you want to say, oh, we'll fly you out. You can go sightsee, but we still need you to promote over here. But my work is done. So respectfully, I'm going to pass. And because she respectfully passed, she never was able to work in the industry again. And it's been 8 years. All the way to the point now she is like trying to post workout videos that I don't think are doing what she was doing when she was in the acting world. So she's one that literally can attest to being blackballed for something she felt right about, what was right for her and her family. They definitely did her wrong. There was a recording of Tyler Perry saying he did her wrong and apologized. She wanted him to say it publicly. Right. And the only way that we heard it publicly is because her and her husband played it. Listen, the powers that be, like, even if he did go say, I was wrong doing that, you think he wants to humiliate himself in the public? No. And guess what? He don't have to, because he's Tyler Perry, right? He not gonna get blacklisted. Can't nobody blacklist Tyler Perry, or can they? He keep on with these SA allegations. He gonna see. Speaking out when you can do so, and it can no longer impact your career, and you've already made a name for yourself, right? But I feel like where she was in her career when this happened, she was just beginning to make a name for herself, and people loved her. But they no longer hired her because of the powers that be, because of the people at the top prevented it. And I think it was dead wrong. Right. And then she said Oprah interviewed her family, did her wrong. And Oprah did that out of spite. I'm sorry, Oprah, but I mean, let's just keep it what it is. Let's keep it what it is. Oprah interviewed her family and the brother that M-worded her. She asked her not to do it, but of course it was for ratings. Dead wrong. Right. Oprah called her and said, hey, this is what we're planning on doing. Your mom, your brother, Monique said, please don't. Oprah told her she wasn't going to do it. And she did it anyway. And it's exactly what Harlem said. It's the clicks and the views, because Oprah was in her prime in the industry. And so she do what she wanted to do. That's when the woman had came close to being a billionaire at that time. No, she was a billionaire at that time. So why even call? My thing is, why even call her and ask her and you're going to do it anyway? That's foul. That's the foul part about it. Maybe karma is catching up to Tyler. I'm gonna go back to this one really quick, and then I'll go back to you, Bad Bunny. Sorry about that. She's not in a position to speak out. She was too new. Exactly. That's exactly what happens, right? So she's up and coming. She's on her way up. People love her. That's why they wanted her to go and keep promoting, because they were going to listen to her and they were going to get more views, more money coming in. But they wanted her to go do the work. They wanted her boots on the ground. But she wasn't in a position to tip. I don't know if that's what even Whoopi was saying, right? She wasn't even in a position at that point in her career to say no. She had a long way to go before she was going to reach that status, but she was well on her way. And out of nowhere, work stopped. The phone stopped ringing because she was too new, and she was going up against two powerful people. They were too powerful for her to win. Maybe karma's catching up with Tyler. So maybe this is why, because right, Bad Bunny, what goes around definitely will come around. You put in good energy, you're going to get in good energy. You put in that bad stuff and you're not a good person and you do people wrong, guess what? It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next year. It's going to come back. And that's what I believe. And Oprah, I said what I said. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, that's just another confirmation, because here's Whoopi going to stop her in her tracks. Now, she's telling y'all the story on The View once again. I met my contractual obligations. I did what I said I would do all the way through to the end. I did that. Then you come back and you ask me for more for free. Oh, you're going to fly me somewhere and let me go sightsee? We need a whole check for that. I have a family. I have a family to take care of. So you're going to ask me to go and do some work that is not in the contract, that I did not sign up for, knowing that I've asked to be with my family. And you didn't care about my family. Obviously, you blacklisted me, and I couldn't even, me and my family struggled. She's barely putting food on the table, and she's Monique. Like, Monique had it going on at that time. Hey, Cherry Hilton. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Welcome. You want me to promote, give me money to eat and lodging while I'm there. Just flying me out ain't nothing. Right. I can fly myself there. I can go sightsee. I'm talking about if you want me to go promote, which is work, you get paid for your labor. You get paid for your labor. So you don't get to ask me to go. No. You can ask me, but I get to say yes or no if I want to do that. And because I've met my obligations, I'm going to pass on it this time. I want to spend some time with my family. But again, it goes back to what Wright was saying. You're too new in this business. We don't care. We'll find another Monique. We'll find somebody else to replace you. You gonna tell me no? I'm going to show you what no means to me. And they literally did that to her. All the way to the point where Lee Daniels literally had to come back and publicly apologize. But he was willing to do that at some point. Because at first he wasn't. But he said, this is my friend. I got to make it right. And he did that. Kevin Hart tried to help her. He was like, you know what? Come go on tour with me. So she made her little coin. But I mean, it wasn't funny to me. Her set wasn't funny as she used to be to me. But at least he gave her the opportunity. I don't know what you guys think. But he was giving her the opportunity to open up for a Kevin Hart. So there were still people that cared about her, but it wasn't near what she was going to be able to be worth. Say that she didn't get blackballed, right? And she still just kept climbing the ladder till today, till March 9th, 2026. Her bank account would be looking really pretty if they continue to let her grow and let her become and let her have more gigs. She would have had a pretty penny. Yet she's having to go out every day and speak about her truth and what she felt was right. And she has the right to do that. Thank you for sharing that, Harlem. I really appreciate that. Yeah, right. Multi-millionaire easily because she was on her way. On her way. They loved her. I loved her in Precious. I love to see her act. She was funny to me. Almost. What was it? What's the sitcom? Y'all help me. Drop the name of the sitcom. She was funny, and I liked her and Countess working together. I think they're still friends today too. All right, so let's talk about one more story. I got so many, but I'm gonna just do this one. And I don't know that I can find it. Right, send it to my messenger, and so I can't pull it from. Instagram. So I'm gonna try to find it. Let me go back over to my email. So I wanted to say to everybody, thank y'all for being here. If anybody get a breaking news story that I haven't talked about, you get any information that's going to hit hard or that you think we need to talk about, send it to me at info.blacklinkmag1 Harlem, would you write that and post that so I can put my email out there just until we find the next story? Because I do want to talk about this. Definitely want to talk about this one. Again, if y'all have any information, thank you, right? The Parkers, thank you. Bad Bunny says she told her story on Club Shay Shay. Yes, she did. That was so good. That was so good to me. I could not stop. I watched it to the end, and I just stayed watching it. I paid attention. She was so sincere. That was just like Cat Williams on there. It was so good. Monique on Shay Shay was very good. Also, she warned him about them little girls. She showed it about them little girls that got him in trouble that he had to pay off. Yes, she told him. Did she not tell him? Somebody asked her the other day. Oh, no. She was talking to him. I forget how it went, but they said, you gonna go back and talk to him about them little girls? She just started laughing. It's funny. Here's the email, you guys. Again, thank y'all for being here. If y'all ever have any information that you want to share with me, you can always email me at info.blacklinkmag1@gmail.com. info.blacklinkmag1@gmail.com. It's right there on the screen. Oh, you can't post links in YouTube. You can't post links in YouTube now? What do you mean? Right. What you mean post links? So I can answer the question. Because what I was saying is that you had sent me the Busfield thing, and I can't even open it. And so when I go to open it, it just blank. A white page comes up. So that's why I asked to send it to my email, anything to my email that you have, so that I can open it and share it on our lives. So I'm gonna try to find Busfield because I want to talk about that. But before we do that, before we go there, I want to go here. Let me share. Because this was very interesting that Obama's name was mentioned. He said they don't even know my daddy. Here we go. Jesse Jackson, the Jasmine Wren on Instagram. The son of civil rights icon Jesse Jackson is speaking out after several former presidents delivered remarks at his father's funeral. Jesse Jackson Jr. is criticizing speeches from Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Bill Clinton, claiming the memorial turned too political. Jackson Jr. said the leaders didn't truly understand his father's legacy. They didn't know my father, he said, while discussing the eulogies delivered during the service. Jackson Jr. also argued that some of the remarks shifted the focus away from honoring his father's life and instead became a moment to criticize President Donald Trump. They used my father's funeral to take shots at President Trump, Jackson Jr. said, expressing frustration over the political tone of the speeches. He went on to describe his father as someone who transcended party lines. My father wasn't a Democrat or Republican. He was a prophetic, he said. Oh, wow. All right, let's listen.
Yesterday, I listened.
Oh, dang. It ain't going to say it all. But basically, I read what he said, that they use the funeral as to, just to kind of turn it into politics. And he was not, nobody was exempt. He said Barack Obama. Okay, there it is. He said Barack Obama. Thank you. It has to be channel host or moderator. Oh, okay. He said even Barack Obama didn't know his father, and they all turned this into a political. I can see that. I can see that, and I don't know if they thought that, if they go to this funeral and make it and take shots at Donald Trump and make it turn this into this whole politics thing, that it would set well with the family and the audience. But basically, what Jesse Jackson Jr. is saying, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is we want to recognize my father for who he really was, and that was a prophetic. He was not a Democrat. He was not a Republican. Did y'all not know that? Pretty much is what he was saying. I would love. Okay, I'll look at that too. So it's in the email. Yes, we got to look at that because I looked at it already, and I'm wondering, do you agree with Pepper? But I thought it was really cool though. But anyway, back to Jesse Jackson. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at these speeches because I didn't really look at them all. But Wright says I watched most of the speeches. I didn't think it was overly political. I just felt that they were telling their story and experience they had with him. And I think that's the whole point, that you ask people to come and speak. What I do know is Jennifer Hudson killed the game. Killed the game. You hear me? Hello, Hassan. Hassan, hello, welcome. But I think that welcome to our channel. I think like you said, he asked him not to speak at all political from what he said. So was it political? I gotta go listen to him because I feel like now that I know what you're saying, that he asked them not to do that. And if they did do it, that's disrespectful. And I can see why he's upset. I can see why he would be mad. But I mean, according to Wright, he said they didn't really get political like that. Yep, it's true. Wright says, how can they not? What Jesse did surrounded political and cultural issues, and that's a fact. And again, those were their experiences with him. And it was all in politics, right? But he's in his feelings about it. So I don't know how else they would come across in delivering a great speech without using that, because that was their experience. So I don't know how you get around that. But at the end of the day, Jennifer Hudson came and did what Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, asked her to do before he passed away. He asked her to perform a certain song at his funeral, and she did just that. So he did get what he asked for, and I thought it was beautiful. People loved it. All right, y'all, we gonna go. I promise. It's so much. Now let me see if I can get it. Oh, do I have to copy it and then put it? How do I get it? Actually, they should not have been allowed to speak, my opinion, because he said they didn't really know his father because they were there. Because they were there doesn't mean they had to be involved in the program. That's true too. If you felt like they didn't really know him, and just because they were the presidents, they didn't. You're right. They attended. That was enough. But still, if you ask me to come and do something, I want to respect your wishes at it, right? I just want to respect your wishes, whatever that looks like. All right. Anyway, so that's Jesse Jackson Jr. He did not bite his tongue about how he felt about their speeches. Unfortunately, he was upset by that. And I hate it. Oh, I think I might have sent it. Harlem, let me look. I think I got it. This will be our last story. Yes, I have it. Yep, I got it. So yay. All right. So you guys recall really quick, you guys recall Egypt just had her first ever boxing match. We are never had her first ever boxing match. Now, what I'm learning is because I really thought that Egypt was a street fighter, just had streets around the hood or whatever. Um, but she said she has never ever had a fight one day in her life. She only had 3 weeks to train for this fight up against a 2-time medalist, gold medalist, Olympian. So all of the ingredients to say no, I'll pass on this one. I'm not touching that girl. She gonna knock my lights out, and that's exactly what happened. But nonetheless, Egypt kept a good attitude about it. She accepted it for what it was. She was just happy to be in the ring with this Olympian. And she is taught her a lot, but she says she's coming back. She got to get her revenge on somebody, whoever that might be. So this is the interview after the fight. And I don't know if I agree with them about her coming back or not, but let's listen to it. All right. Go ahead, Peppa.
In the house.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. This was amazing.
Let's talk about your daughter first of all. It wasn't to be her night tonight. Is she okay?
Yes, she is. You know what? I love that her opponent was who she was. For her first fight to come out and to be fighting against a, 2-time gold medalist, kickboxing champion, all above. And here she is. She came out. She showed courage, and she wanted it, and she had the grit. And I saw even when she got hit, she got mad, and that's what I was like, she crazy.
We spoke to her yesterday. One thing, obviously, we know her background. We know you as a mother, father, etc. But she didn't want to be known as that. She wanted to be known as what she can do in the ring. It wasn't her night, but listen, things happen in boxing, and she'll accept that.
Yes, and in her case, I feel it was a win-win. Win is she win, but redemption is also sweet because of this is her first time. It was a real fight. It was and she was in there. She wanted it, and she still wanted. And she's like, I'm coming back. I'm gonna train even harder. And I was like, oh.
So y'all know I gotta stop it. I can't keep playing all the way through. They'll ding me. So just real quick, I don't think that it was. I still am going to stand on. I don't think she should have got in the ring with her. Anybody else besides her, not anybody else, but not her. She should have stick to what her stats are, and that's amateur. Sorry, y'all. I have to stop it.
That's what we do.
Well, look, we're going to try and get a word with her. She's up for talking, but obviously, it was a disappointing night, but try and pick the positive from the night.
I'm sorry, say that.
Try and pick the positive from tonight.
Yes, it's positive. I love it. I'm glad that it wasn't a nobody or somebody, nobody. I'm glad who she fought. So that is respect. And she wanted it. She knew who she was, and she still wanted it.
Are we agreeing so far on what Peppa's saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to stop and go. I can't play it all the way through. They will ding me. YouTube will ding me. I think it was a hard hit. I think it was embarrassing hit, but she's taking it like a pro. Like she's accepting it.
And she, with more training, she had on a little 3 weeks. She had like 3 weeks, 2 kids in college at a university. I'm like, what are you doing? But you know what? That's all great. Now she has had a taste of it, and she says she still want to go for it, and she's going to come back stronger, she said.
Oh, perfect timing.
It's so crazy because, her husband her brother fights, And then here she goes, was supposed to be singing, and now she's fighting. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
She's there.
Yeah.
Can she sit there?
Yeah.
Egypt. How you feeling?
Honestly, I'm still very, very proud of myself. I got my feet wet against a 2-time Olympian gold medalist Beast, and she did amazing. She did her thing. She's gonna owe me a drink later, so I love it. No, this was a great fight camp. Honestly, we had our 2 baby girls. We both got accepted into college, so we've still been doing university, doing work, being full-time parents, and training hard. So I'm really just proud of myself that I got to do everything and still come in here and display everything I have just to keep going and get better.
Egypt, you said to me yesterday that, look, forget the background. My mum's this and my dad's that. But this was about what you wanted to do tonight.
Yes, exactly. This is all about me. And I honestly had fun. It doesn't even matter the result. I'm still going to come in here. I still, once the Jersey in me is like, all right, well, you got to come back and get your get back at some point to whoever. So I just know I'm going to keep going hard, keep training hard, not letting it faze me, and just go out there and just be better, the best I can be.
Let's bring husband in. You're proud of her, surely.
I'm 100% proud of her. Me and her made one deal when we walked into this camp, when we walked into this journey.
I'm sorry. I boo him. I do not like him. I cannot bring myself to like him. Boo. Okay.
Either you go out on your shield or you put her on it. We're honorable in this world. We're honorable in this fight camp. We're honorable in just this sport. We respect it. And honestly, I couldn't ask for a better wife, better partner. This is what we do. Of course, I'm going to come back and hurt somebody because of it. But I'm waiting.
We're on your side, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No worries. They're going to bring me in. They're going to bring my brother in. They're going to bring my other brother in here. And we're going to come and take this over. She just came to let them know we got heart in this camp. And we don't stop.
And Steph, obviously, you stayed in. I love that. That was my main thing.
I know. She was. That's all she said.
Don't tire out. Don't tire out.
She said, get your cardio up. Keep running out there. And I did. But I loved it, though. My heart is everything to me.
All right, that was enough of that. So you guys can go find that on Instagram, actually, if you want to see the whole thing. So do we agree with them coming back, with Egypt coming back? I don't want her to come back. I want her to I want her to go back to singing, but it's not my choice. But if she does come back, then I think that she should get somebody that's her weight in her weight division, that is on her level, which means that is very, very much a beginner. And I think that's where she starts building herself up. Let's see what the chat is saying. So my thing with Peppa, she knocked the son for fighting, but it's okay for Egypt to fight. Yeah, I don't think it's okay for Egypt. I don't want her to fight. But the son is good too, and good at what he does. I haven't seen Peppa since she got kicked off American Airlines flight. Yeah, I love me some Peppa. Don't can your face smashed in. That's what I say. I didn't see the fight, but you said she was putting her guard down. Like she never protect. Like right when she was getting ready to knock her out, it was free reign to her face, to the point where Jay Jones just was kind of, how they used to, Muhammad Ali would round up his hand, and then her face was wide open. And it was at that point she said, pop, pop, and she hit the ground. It was lights out. She wasn't really protecting her face. I think she tries to play a good parent to appease her daughter, but she knows her decisions aren't good. Oh yeah. Yep. I agree with that. We only saw clip. Oh, wait a minute. We only saw clip of the KO. She felt like a sack of potatoes. Sorry. She did. It was crazy. She didn't even know. Her lights was out before she started falling to the ground. She was gone. She was gone. Let me see something. Oh, I thought I could get it over there, but I can't. Okay, what else we got? I like Egypt though. Egypt is
Egypt comes out hot, and she's gonna walk into that left hand. If she doesn't keep her hands up. Yeah, I think Egypt needs to be more strategic on hand, but Egypt's got a chin, I'll tell you what.
What she needs to do, guys, she needs to drop down and shoot the right hand of the body. That'll take her head up that center line.
Goodness, she is getting teed off on right now.
Yeah, she cannot take left hands like this.
Egypt's got to think about defense right now. Don't worry about offense.
Look at Jade. Just
there's that uppercut.
She is something else.
She can punch.
Good thing we've got a multi-fight deal with Jade Jones.
Let me in on that.
Right here.
Let's go. I like what I see here. She's showing some really nice ring generalship.
Oh. And she's starting to come around the guard at times with the left hand as well, not just showing it down the middle. Here comes the backhand hook.
Looks like some bruising on the arm, so Jade, she just clubbed. Oh! You're knocked out of the air! Just came from Jade Jones in her Misfits debut! Incredible!
On the button, I just said it. She went from the straight left hand to the...
There it was. Yeah, it was bad. All right, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to stop right there with what we have tonight. Hug her, fake fall. Don't go down like a wreck. I'm sorry, you can't get knocked out like that. Oh, you just saw it live and in color. Yeah, it was bad. It was like, but she gave her the whole opportunity. Jade just kind of stood back and saw it, and she was like, pop, pop. And that was it. She hit her once, and then she hit her again, and she was out. And bloop. And when she raised her head up, she didn't even know where she was. She didn't know where she was. All right, y'all. For real. That's it tonight. We didn't get to Tim Busfield. We will get to Tim and Ray J. And Donna. We took a long time on other stuff, but it was good conversation. I appreciate everybody being here. I hope y'all have a good night. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We have an interview. The woman that created the Bobby and Whitney reality show. If you guys remember Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, we're going to get to talk to her. She's done a lot more than that, but that was one thing that she is noted for. Yes, and I watched that too. We'll add him on tomorrow after the interview, okay? So we got Terrence, we got Tim Busfield, and we got Donald Trump's with the Iran war. So we got a lot of things, but tomorrow we definitely will be here at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time with a great interview. Somebody in the industry who can talk about it, who's been here for a while, but really interested me because she did create Bobby and Whitney's reality show. So, all right, you guys, I hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow right here, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Hey. Just got off live. I haven't been going on. Oh, I'm still on there.